Star Wars fans and Bolt fans from the Invicta lineup, this is your show. This is the best of the vault. Ryan Johnson, your Invicta go-to guy, is here for us, and we're going to talk about a couple different selections.
Yeah,
and some really cool finishes, which I am seeing for the very first time.
Yeah, you're really excited. It's coming up a little bit later. We have a new Bolt Zeus here. You guys definitely want to check out. So, guess what? That's how long the delay is. I'll hit the mute.
And we don't want to listen to ourselves on playback. That's
I have to listen to
painful.
myself enough. Do you ever, because we can just go off the cuff here. Do you ever watch yourself like on a tape review and just cringe?
As little as possible for that reason.
It's the most uncomfortable thing to do.
It's like listening to remember back in the 70s and 80s on the voice recorder, on the outgoing message, where you're like, do I sound like that? Yes,
really
we sound
awkward.
like this, but we don't want to hear it. So
well, good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's been a while. Yeah. All right, Invicta. Yeah. Star Wars.
Star Wars, big deal.
That's a big deal for Invicta to take on Star Wars and Star Wars to take on Invicta.
Well, that's it. It's been a lot of work in the process, and my boss, the CEO of the Invicta Watch Group, Eyal Lalo, has put in a lot of time, a lot of effort to be able to create the timepieces, which of course Star Wars is a part of Disney, and so we solidified that partnership with Disney a couple of years ago. Couple years in the making, and then we've had it just for over a year now. But Star Wars has just been really popular here as of recently because of the movies that have come out and just the huge, tremendous fan base, not only amongst the Invicta collectors, but just everybody out there too.
Yeah, all ages. So right now we got 3 different watches at 50% off. So let's take a look. Which one do you want to start with?
You know what? We'll look at R2D2 right here is the first one. Obviously,
the white one
with the white, with the silver tone, and also the blue that you'll see. And so what we have with these options, and they're actually NH35 mechanical automatic movements on the insides of them. So you can see a little bit more on the inside. But what's actually pretty cool is the attention to detail that we get, even with the individual screws going around on the bezel of the watch. It's actually R2D2 looking down. You'll see right at that 1 o'clock position, right underneath my finger, is that red dot that's always on with R2D2 there too. You can actually see different components on the inside too for that NH35A. And then I guess we'll go to the dark side a little bit with Darth Vader, as you'll see. And again, that NH35A, that mechanical automatic for the movement on the inside. You can actually see that Imperial crest right in the center of the dial, and that is actually the logo for the Galactic Empire, which is the evil side out there.
It's all about logos and branding, isn't it?
Well, it is, and I mean, definitely. I mean, even so, Brian, if you remember Darth Vader, he had his mask and the breather and the big cape, but remember the thing right
in the
here?
center of his chest.
Correct.
Right in the sternum.
Yep. You'll see it's right there at the 12 o'clock position.
Sweet.
Right there inside of the dial. Then, of course, is the Imperial crest for each one of the different hour markers, and then also even on the crown here that you'll see. So it's that level of detail that you get with the watch. And of course, there are different case backs that you'll see on this version, and there's actually a little bit they're semi-transparent, so you can see a little bit of the movement on the inside.
So limited edition, let's talk about that.
Yeah, big deal. 1977 for each one of these, being that Star Wars came out in 1997 with Episode 4, A New Hope, and so I thought it was a brilliant idea to make these numbered limited editions to that specific number.
7th grade for me.
Really?
Yep. No. I take that back. I was way off.
Okay. You weren't born yet?
Forget about it.
You weren't born yet?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I wasn't born yet. No, forget about that. I was like well on my way, almost here at that point. So then we got CP3O.
Yeah, C3PO. So you know him as sort of, in a sense, that nerdy droid.
Get out of the way.
With all the gold, with all the gold that you have with the timepiece, and of course, this being part of the Bolt collection, you have the cable going around here, and then also it was the chest plate that you'll see for the center part of the dial is here. So let's talk to a couple people online. Are you able to see this here right now? So we want you guys to interact today. We want to hear a ton of activity from you guys.
And it's a brief show, so don't wait forever.
Yeah, just don't wait forever, and we're just going to interrupt ourselves if we see something here on the computer. So Vic is here, Allison is here, John is here. John is talking about the cruise coming up. Michael's here. Here's Malgant. Let's see who else. Larry. There's
Richard.
Richard is here. Michael is here. So everybody's saying that you look younger.
Thank
So
you.
instead of being what? How old were you in '77? You weren't born yet, so you're even younger than that.
No, I was in 77. I was no, in 77. Yeah,
Nate, I'll say this: in 1977,
I had a cold a couple days ago. You're just gonna have to slice me a huge break.
Well, I'll say
My math is off, but I know that these are watches. So.
I'm sure I was out of cloth
gonna go
diapers
from there.
in 1978, 77.
What?
I'm sure I was out of cloth diapers in 1977, so I would have been 3 at the time.
No, in 77, I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
I was right the first time. I don't know why I...
All right. Well, we're going to move on.
Brian,
here,
never
you
doubt
guys.
yourself. You were right the first time.
Oh, here.
Okay.
I always love the C3PO watch. Darth Vader rocks also, as do Invicta watches. Hi, Richard. Hi, John. Let's see. Any other chats going on? I think that's it for right now. But we'll move on here to the next timepiece.
Subaqua Noma.
Yeah, Subaqua Noma
Noma 1.
In fact, so big deal. The Subaqua Noma 1 was really the watch that kicked off the entire Subaqua collection. And it was a little bit smaller in size. Now we have it at a standard 47 millimeter. But again, it's part of the Star Wars collection. We have the same 3 characters. We have R2-D2, C3PO, and also Darth Vader. And
And at 40% off.
40% off?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
At least today.
Well, and so again, you just have the level of detail, numbered limited editions, as we've talked about before. I just want to talk about C3PO for a second. This is one of the watches I posted on my Instagram page. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, be sure to do so. That's Invicta Ryan. If you want to get the latest, the greatest of what's coming up from Invicta, follow me there. And then also follow me on Facebook. I'm going to start doing a little bit more Facebook Live videos. Seems like you guys enjoy those.
Are you going to go beyond 24/7 Invicta, or are you finding more hours in your day? Because
Yeah.
are you? Oh, okay. Well then.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you very
Seems
much.
like you're pretty busy with it already.
And I guess I'm just going to be busier. So.
Okay. All right.
All right. But this is one of the watches I posted, and this is called the dial, but actually it's really, in a sense, the face. We don't say that in the watch industry, but that it is C3PO's face.
You know, back in the day when I used to say that, like when I was new here, they had like a shock treatment for that.
Did they?
Yep.
And how long did that take?
About a year.
And where was the electric shock?
In the control room.
But on you?
On me.
Yeah. Was it on the ankle, neck?
I can't say.
Oh.
But it hurt. It really hurt. So you will never hear that out of me.
The face.
The face. Yeah.
Okay. You just said it though.
Well, I was repeating what it's part of the conversation.
All right. So yeah, that's one thing in the watch industry is some people refer to it as a face. That's fine. What we do here is always refer it to the proper name, the dial. Look at Darth Vader.
I'm loving the Darth Vader.
And look at over the 3 o'clock hour marker there. You'll actually see Darth Vader's face.
The link is awesome.
Yeah, the Darth Vader's face is part of it too. There is the Star Wars case back, the dual deployant closure. That's a part of it. And let's see.
And again, 1977.
Again, yeah, 1977 that you have for the timepieces. I'll put up R2-D2 here for the timepiece. And what we have in the inside of the watch for the movement, this is actually a movement we don't see too often right now, and it's actually the 5030D from Ronda. And so what that is, it's a quartz movement. It's a 12-hour chronograph instead of a 10-hour chronograph like the 5040D from Ronda, but still, high-quality movement that you have operated on a battery.
It's got a nice weight to it.
Yeah, I do like
great
the weight.
substance on this one.
Which watch would you pick and why, Brian? While I just look here for a couple
I don't know.
things. Darth, the black.
Yeah, and this one's a little bit easier in the Darth version to read from the other one.
Okay.
That we just shared. So for that reason, but I love that you can have a Star Wars watch and you can wear it to work.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, and that's the thing is you might not really if you just want to be a little bit subtle about your appreciation for.
Right,
for Star Wars,
there,
you can do that.
And you got the details. You can dive into it with other people who are into Star Wars like you. And then when it's not, hey, your boss and clients are going to think you just got a really knockout timepiece.
Yep, there you go.
So,
here, Richard just came out. He just said, I was keeping a big secret, but news is out. I will be on the cruise. I know you're all excited to hear that. Actually, I am, Richard. You're a big... you're a big member in the watch community there. Make sure to find us out on the cruise. Love to be able to meet you, shake your hand, see what watch you're wearing for the day, take a photo, whatever it happens to be. So, yeah, we'd love to see you.
John says, Brian, I'm calling you Steve, or am I confusing your name?
So, do people ever forget your name? And do they call you?
Oh, I was just talking. Okay, I was just talking about this with somebody else.
Okay.
I remember back in the 90s, I spent an entire day and with a prospect of a client in advertising, and at the end of the day, they said, Rosemary and Frank, it's been great to spend the day with you guys talking about all this, and we really want to like get something going.
And
Frank!
Referring to you as Frank?
He heard me as Frank the first time and thought of me as Frank all day. And it has happened since then. When you say your name, what are people hearing if it's not Ryan?
Jason.
Jason?
It's Jason,
oh,
yes.
well then, that makes
Jason.
sense because you guys are on, Team Invicta.
Well, but they're not thinking that, Jason. I mean, that's just been in life in general. People forget my name, they say Jason.
Really?
Yeah.
Outside of here?
Outside of here.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, but
well, at least I don't like say Sharon or
true
Lulu. Yeah. That'd be rough.
Betty. Garlinda.
I've never heard that name before.
There was a girl who was a year older than me growing up. Her name was Garlinda. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a version of Linda.
Very unique.
There's a lot of Lindas.
Yeah. By the way, if you remember, I was your producer in the overnight.
Oh my God, he got me started. He could have just.
I was in your ear, and yes, there is a magic zapper.
And it hurts.
And did you ever press it, Ken?
With this guy? Yeah. It was like on continual mode.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If I'm a personality you can't stand, blame him. Because he could have sent me on my way that night and said, you know what, it's been great working with you tonight. Good luck with your next venture.
There we go.
So it's Ken's fault. Okay.
Well, let's have a little chat on social media. Does somebody ever call you by the wrong name? Let's hear the names out there of what you've been called in the past.
Right.
For those of you who are watching.
And we'll read your actual name and then the other name. Just first names only.
There we go. All right.
And we'll talk about if somebody ever said, you look like a well-known figure. Mine was mortifying.
Really? Who was that?
Oh God, let's talk about the next watch first.
For a few minutes, and then we'll get back to the.
Because I can digress like by an hour at a time. So,
what we have
people are not here to hear
brand
that.
New Venom that we have coming out here. Let me just see something really quick. Okay, so this is the Generation 3 Venom. We leaked this out a little bit, and people were asking, when is the Gen 3 coming? When is the Gen 3 coming? It's out here now. We had it last week as an amazing price here as a top value at the launch to our Vault event. And now we still, I believe, have all 4 color choices. I mean, we had 5 color choices. One is gone.
And 47% off.
47% off. Yeah, you can see the price just down at the bottom of the screen. I believe we're going by the case color and then the dial. So this is the gold tone black.
Or were you going to say the F word by mistake?
Case dial.
Yeah, the F word.
Face.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
Exactly. So then now we have the silver tone with the black.
Okay.
Gold tone with the blue.
Yep.
And both gold tone versions, they have a metal dial. The 2 silver tone versions, this is silver tone, I think platinum. Those are mother of pearls. This is actually my favorite color choice here. And I'll go through why this is different for that Generation 3, if you guys didn't see it over the course of the week, is that we have that inner ring for the bezel that's a part of the watch, and then this outer ring is actually held in by the screws at the scalloped edges. But then we've placed in these an additional piece, all 6 of these bricks, actually that have the 10-minute increments. The 10-minute increments are actually raised up from the rest of it. They're also affixed in by a screw. So, and then there's a different dial layout on the inside, just a little bit more of a clean, more of an open dial inside of each and every one of these watches. So let's see.
Can I just tell you, never is a very harsh word. I seldom reach for silver tone.
Okay.
But out of these 4, normally I would grab a gold tone, but it's this one. It's because of mother of pearl, the color of the mother of pearl. I mean, this is like the closest match to water.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And then look at the blue plating that we've done for the function pushers and the crown. And then the 6 different bricks within that rotating bezel too that have the hour markers on there. Let's see, John Parkas says, they spell my name J-O-H-N when it's J-O-N.
That's a mild infraction. Like if you can't deal with that because of shopping at Starbucks, then you're never going to make it, John. I'm kidding, John.
All right, well, Larry says, my mother...
I love that you're always with us, John.
My mother used to call me Rex, which was the dog's name. I don't know if we,
Rex, do your homework?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Rex ate my homework. Okay, so.
You just made it weirder. Okay, so.
What's this?
Joke. What does an Evine host actually say something at home? Accidentally say sometime at home. French. I speak very colorful French at home because we can't say it on air.
Ryan,
and I don't mean like the Parisian stuff.
All right, let's see here. Ryan, I must have missed something, but was wondering if this version fits more like a 1 or 2. This version fits more like a 1. With that case design here, as you'll see, we do have the lugs that drop. So from what I've heard out in the community, but everything is different when it comes to people who are talking about how does a watch fit, is it comfortable? Everybody's got their own take on it, but generally from what I've heard is up to about an 8-inch wrist or so, give or take a little bit on that with this Venom. I wear the Venoms. I have a 6 3/4. I love how they fit and feel on my wrist, and that doesn't matter if it's Gen 1, Gen 2, or what we're calling this Gen 3. So Mike says, I like both the Silvertone models. And Christopher's asking about new Marvel. Stay tuned for that. Oh, Jerry is here. Hi, Jerry. Good to hear from you.
Christopher, buy one of the things we got now, okay?
Where's that? Oh, yeah. New Marvel. Yeah, we do have some Marvel that's out there right now. We'll have new stuff coming in.
Am I being too rough?
No, not at all.
Okay.
This is a.
We're gonna get to who we've been told we look like in a moment.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to jump in?
Sure. I get, actually, I'll tell you, this is a funny story. You probably haven't heard this, maybe some of you guys have. I was driving a charter boat. I do that in the summer. I've done that for 22 years.
Yep.
Still enjoy doing it when I'm not doing the Invicta work. And this lady was getting off the cruise, and I had about 100 people on, and she said, "You know who you look like?"
Okay.
And
I'm dying to know.
I was like thinking, okay, Vinny from Entourage, I've been before. There's one of the singers. I don't remember which one, country singer.
Oh, there's only 2 male singers in the world. But I can identify that.
She said, "You know who you look like?" And I said, "Who?" And she says, "You look like Invicta Ryan." She misidentified me as myself.
But that's great.
Yeah, so it was actually
You know what this means?
Someone misidentified me as me.
You know what this means? He looks real.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what that means.
But yeah, I do get Vinny from Entourage.
You should have totally said that Invicta Ryan.
Oh my God!
Is such a jerk. I've met him before.
Yeah, just like.
Do we go that far?
Yeah, we can use YouTube. Sure, we just did.
Okay, good.
Keep
okay,
on.
All right. So my worst scenario, and this has taught me to never ever ask a question like this again. I was with a friend of mine. I don't know. We were getting food somewhere at a counter. Oh, here we are. We need those red lights. Anyway,
no, and I don't get it. Can I digress for 1 second? I don't know why the jib light is off. I don't know why people would unplug that light because it's unplugged.
Could never hurt.
Why wouldn't
knowing
you just leave
where
it
to
always
stare,
plugged in?
right? Because if I talk to you like that, it's not the same.
Exactly.
Anyway, so a buddy of mine and I years ago were at a counter ordering food, and this girl looks across the counter at my friend Will and says, "You look like Tom Cruise." And he's like, "Wow, why thank you." So I'm standing off over here, and I could, and I'm just a smart ass at all times, just so you know. Yeah. And so I said, "Oh, Tom Cruise, really? Well, who do I look like?" I have fun putting people on the spot like that. And she goes, "Jonathan Cryer." I about had a heart attack. I said, "I look like Ducky from 16 Candles." I will never, ever, ever ask anybody a question like that again. Because it was like a punch in the face and a punch in the gut all at the same time. And I was just and I couldn't say anything other than, "Why, thank you." Jonathan Cryer, of all people. Oh, how effing dare you. Well, okay, so here.
Game on.
Can you enlarge it? So we can do a side-by-side? Yeah. He actually looks good here. Okay. I look like a bloated Jonathan Cryer.
Here, we'll get the tight shot here in a second.
I mean, really, what the hell? Who cares, right? At this point. I don't know. What do you think?
No, you're much more handsome.
I'm much fatter. That's what it is.
All righty.
We're going to scratch this from the act. Because obviously that didn't even garner a giggle in the room. I think everybody's freaked out, and now you feel bad for me.
Let's see.
Thank you for that.
You know, someone said, and I've heard this before. Where did that go? Actually, someone said Vince Vaughn. I've heard that a little bit. I've heard that a few times. I don't think so, but.
Oh, the other one. Who was the guy in The Saint? Val Kilmer. Back when I used to be thinner.
And you frosted tips on the
No.
end of your...
No. I had the jaw. Now I have 3 chins hiding the jaw. But anyway, people would say, you look like Val Kilmer. And I'm like, really? I always have to ask, what year Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
Because we all know.
What?
He, like me, he's gained a little bit of weight.
Oh, yeah. Val.
So
well,
I'm like, old Val Kilmer? Thank you. All right. These are the watches that made me go, holy smokes. Like the iridescent is cool, but like these trump. These rock. So how hard was this, and how long have these finishes been in the making, and why has it taken so long? That's my question.
Okay, so that's what we have. So, well, what we have is it's a new plating system that's we've done.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe not quite that, but
oh, those are
it's not good.
Okay, I don't know his current state of anything, Val Kilmer. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
But I think Ryan has been buying too many magazines at the checkout at the grocery store, because he just asked me a question behind the scenes, and I'm like, I had no idea. I don't grocery shop that often, but.
Do you have it delivered to your house? There's actually, I'd like to try that, or you go and you pick it up from the store.
I'm a Trader Joe's guy, so they don't have the salacious news magazines that they have where you shop.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to the watch here. I think we've been off track for long enough, but that actually makes it part of fun.
Yeah, this is a watch.
This is the watch out of everything that Brian looked at, and he said, check this out. I haven't seen this yet. And it's actually, in fact, quite new, and I've never seen the Bolt Zeus with this plating yet that's been done. So we have the blue and the green, or else the blue and the burgundy, and then we include in that abalone shell for the dial of the watch. I think it's really cool. I think it's super hot, and I know with the iridescent plating, we're still doing a lot of the iridescent plating, but I think this new plating colors that we have out here, it's really going to give that iridescent a run for its money.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that on the wrist.
See, that looks good on you. That's your color, right? The blue.
You know what? I like this a lot, but there's just something about the burgundy. It's kind of like a burgundy dark cherry. Kind of a color to it.
Yeah, nice, deep, rich color. And then I like how they abalone shells on the inside too.
Picks it up.
Yeah, it definitely picks it up. And then you'll see too, I think with your version, Brian, the version I have here, all the individual hour markers are trimmed in green. I think it's trimmed in burgundy in your version over there. It's either the blue or burgundy. I can't quite tell from this angle. I didn't get a good look at it. Let's see, anything else on the... Let's see, John says, can't wait to meet my girlfriend on the cruise. Yep, she's actually coming along. She'll be there.
Wait, let's stop.
What's that?
Okay. I thought he said my girlfriend, which would be you.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought you were kind of like guaranteeing him a girlfriend on the boat. Like, I can't wait to meet my girlfriend on the boat. And Ryan says, yes, she will be there. Almost like you have somebody picked out that's going to be waiting for him.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah. I was like,
Invicta Ryan's girlfriend.
Like, what? I know we sell like watch kits and that, but that's a whole different.
Yeah,
that's prostitution or escorts or something. Yeah, that's home delivery.
I think courtesan is the correct word.
Okay. Courtesan, right? Yeah. Something like that. Okay.
Let's see. Anyway. Larry says he's got his skate wearing his yellow Subaqua Specialty Automatic. He's going to the dentist. Hopefully no cavities there, Larry. Let's see, is it possible for yellow abalone? Anybody know? I don't know, actually. With how we actually dye the abalone shell, that might not be bad. Let's see, I love that burgundy Bolt Zeus and abalone.
Thank you.
Even greater.
See? Yeah.
See?
I wasn't alone on that.
Let's see.
And by the way, that is 30% off. So we, as you're going to see, there's a lot more watches you can take into consideration by going online.
Hey, we love all your guys' comments today, guys and ladies. Keep those going up. Let's see here. Richard said, apparently there is my doppelganger at Lowe's near me. Every time I go in, workers always come up. Mark, where have you been? One time I tried to get a point discount and worked until I gave him my credit card. Too bad you should have paid cash that day. That would have been great.
That is hilarious. You know, Richard, what I would start doing is directing people to different aisles next time.
Yes. You know what? That was actually
That's what I
something
would
I
do.
wanted to do is maybe we can make a bet sometime, you and I.
Okay.
And the loser has to go to Target wearing a red polo and khaki pants for like an hour.
Okay.
That's what the loser has to do because everybody's going to come up to you and ask you where is this or where is that.
Why don't we just do something really challenging?
Wouldn't that
Like
get
where
old,
there's
though?
some potential pain
You ever
involved.
worn a red shirt in Target and people ask you? No.
No, I let me think of the challenge. No, a friend of mine years ago, Laura, back to somebody thinking you work there and you don't. She had a long wait for a table, her and her family, and so they're standing out by the station where the people seat you, and she just started seating people.
Oh, really?
Just for shits and grins. Like she took like a family and sat them at a table that wasn't supposed to be their table.
Really?
And then they're like, the girl sat us here. And they're like, what girl? It's like there's a guy, or something. It was funny. But it was just.
That's actually pretty good. All right, let's
Have you
see.
ever put stuff in other people's shopping carts just for fun?
No. Have you?
Absolutely.
Like what? Just anything or?
Anything. And then they get to the checkout and they're like, they really start to question everything. Nothing bad, but just, a couple of oranges, a bag of apples, things like that. Okay, is this our last one?
Ken, is this the last watch?
Ken?
Yes.
Is this the last
Show
watch?
going.
Last
Oh,
one.
okay, good. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so this is number 7. Okay.
Yep,
So-
36% off, 1977. Let's get back
Yeah.
to that.
You know what? Let's go back. I want to show the case back here. I think this is really cool. If we can get the tight shot on this. This is Darth Vader version here of the Swatch, and you'll see the black case back. You see Darth Vader is also a part of it. And when we switch over to that tight shot,
What are we waiting on?
he's still stroking his beard. Oh, see, now I got his attention.
What's that?
For the tight shot.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
back.
sorry.
Yeah.
Coming,
Audio
coming.
issues.
Okay.
Okay, so here, I think this is one of my favorite backs that you'll see here. It almost looks like, see how it almost looks like it's floating on the inside there as I move the watch a little bit back and forth? So here's your number
How
limited
is that?
edition to 1977.
How is that
That you get-
floating?
You know what, I don't know. No, it's actually pretty cool though.
That's almost magic.
It's a little
that
bit, I
is.
think it's just the magic of TV right here that you have.
Okay.
All right, there you go. So what we have here, it's 53 millimeters on this. We have inside the VD54. So we have a quartz chronograph movement on the inside. You'll see then, in addition to that, we have then the Imperial crest. That's just been a part of the individual stations that go all the way around. The Imperial crest is also part of the crown that we've ported over from the X-Wing collection. But I want you to put this watch on your wrist for a second, Brian. Just tell me what you think about the comfort that's associated with that watch.
Silicone strap, liking that. Love the recess on the inside, so comfortable all the way throughout the year. I like the stations.
Jim asks, is the Hydromax ever coming back? I sure hope so. I love that watch. That's one of our bigger watches. But yeah, so,
Medium weight, you know what I mean? Between the silicone strap and the actual case itself. It's not, if you don't like a heavy watch, this is one to consider. Not because the case is light, it's just a silicone strap. It's not like you're wearing the Viper
yeah,
bracelet watch.
that's true. And what we have here is too, you'll just see the red dot at the very top of the dial there too. Actually, part of the hand there also has that little, let me just double check, let me reach up. Yes, just the red on the dial going up is for the lightsaber also. That's just been a part of the timepiece on the inside too, going straight up the middle of the dial for you. So again, it's that attention to detail that we have with this watch. But here's the thing, is like the silicone, some people are just bracelet or nothing, and that's fine. I mean, we have plenty of bracelets, but I really enjoy the silicone bands. Very soft, there's no need to change out any links. You just put the watch on the wrist and you're pretty good to go.
bracelet watch I can't wear all day. Silicone I can. That's me. You know what was the weirdest thing I used to do?
What's that?
Not exactly the weirdest thing.
There
were far weirder
expand the
things.
show a little bit to keep on going into the Brian Kessler.
Yeah,
vaults.
no, about pranks.
Yeah.
About putting stuff in people's shopping carts and having them discover it at the checkout. I used to go to, when I was back at Second City many years ago, when one of them would have a party, I would always do this to one of them. I would go to the dollar store and I would pick out some of the junkiest decorations.
Yeah.
And then I would, at the party, sneak them in my coat, put my coat on the bed or whatever, because nobody had closets that big. And so then somewhere during the night, I would go in and I would take these dollar store items out and I would put them around their house. And people would be like, people would be staring like they have horrible taste, obviously. And the funniest thing, I mean, I put stuff in there. I put like shower caps in the showers. I put stuff in drawers that were clearly underwear drawers. But then on the table, I remember there was this hand and it was hollow and it had this ugly silk rose coming out of it. And I put it right there on the coffee table. And somebody actually called it out and they said, what is that? And the person throwing the party is like, I have no idea.
And they're like, knew it was you.
No one knew it was me, and they're like, it's in your house. And I'm watching this from 3 feet back. Hilarious.
Oh,
so
I like that.
For $5, you can have tremendous fun with people at the next party. Are we getting the hook?
I'm coming out here to put out the hook, but I do want to briefly say to all of you that are online, go check out Hint, the Evine website. Hint watches, Hint Invicta, and other offers this weekend. Whether you know it or not, I work on the sales side. I'm just standing in here trying to keep these two guys in line.
Keep us on topic.
Yes, on topic. But we're going to have some really good stuff. So if you go online, check it out. Go to the main page. Look for the links. If you're looking for some watches, and there's a lot of other good stuff there too. But if you're looking for some watches, there's going to be some great deals.
Is there like coupon code chocolate? Or something?
I don't. We can't reveal. So
our coupon code, what's that girl's name? That girl you said?
What's that?
Lisa, Linda, Linda, or whatever.
Oh, Garlinda.
Garlinda, coupon code Garlinda.
Do you see the guy waving his hand out there? See that? See that?
Okay. That or they're going to bring the shocker back out. This is fun.
Lynn?
Garlinda.
Oh, you said shocker. I was thinking Lynn
Shocker.
No. All right, we're out of here, guys.
Scratch that.
All right. Take care. Thanks, everybody. We'll let you know when the next show is coming up.